Let's be real for a moment here. You've started a dozen things this year. The gym, that new business idea, new habits, new routines. And every time you were pumped at the beginning, you had that energy, that new chapter feeling about it. And then you stopped, back to zero again. Why is that? Most people, when they reach this point, will probably come to the conclusion that I must be lazy. But that's not true at all. You quit because you're running on motivation. Motivation is like sugar. It feels great, but it disappears fast. It's like taking a shot of espresso in the morning. When it hits, you're like, woo, let's do this, let's get it done. But as quickly as it comes, it goes again. And then once that motivation disappears, once that sugar rush wears off, and life punches you in the face, and invariably something comes up and something doesn't go exactly according to plan, you end up folding. Because deep down, your identity has not changed. You still see yourself as someone who tries, not as the person who finishes. And that identity gap that we have in the middle there, that's the real problem. Unfortunately, the modern life that we enjoy is far too soft. You're actually rewarded for comfort. You're bombarded day in, day out with endless dopamine and constant distractions, and it trains your brain to expect ease. The moment something requires real effort, it feels completely unnatural. And because we live in a world which bombards us with this endless dopamine, discomfort often feels like a failure when we experience it. But discomfort is not a failure. Discomfort is actually the path moving forward. You're actually not supposed to feel amazing when you build discipline. You're supposed to suffer a little. That's where the growth actually happens. That's where you actually change as a person. So I want to give you something practical here, a simple 3 steps you can use to break this comfort loop and actually change who you are as a person to be able to do the hard things you need to do to elevate your life to the place where you want to be. Step 1, shrink the commitment. All too often we'll go into this idea of changing our life thinking we need to change our life. That's not a helpful way to do it. Shrink it down and just think about winning today. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about next week. Definitely don't think about next year. What can you do today to be able to say to yourself when you go to bed at night, I did good today. I got done what I needed to do. So just pick a couple of small habits that can be super, super simple things. Something like going to the gym, creating a piece of content. It doesn't really matter what it is. Just pick a few good habits and stick to them day in, day out. Step 2, track it, but track it visibly. So get yourself a wall calendar and just cross it off each day once you've got done the things that you know you need to do that day. You need visual proof that you're building something. That's what will trigger your identity shift. You need to be able to go back when things feel hard and look at your wall calendar and see you've already ticked off the past 15 days and you made all this progress. And that oftentimes gives you that little kick you need to not fold now on day 16. Step 3, commit no matter how you feel. This is absolutely key, and this is where 99% of people come unstuck when they're setting about changing their life. If you only show up when you feel good, you will never build that killer confidence. But if you show up when it sucks, that's when you get dangerous. Too many people will go into changing their life having heard from people saying it will get hard, you will want to quit, and they say to themselves, well, I'm a little bit stronger than these other people, it won't happen for me. However, there's some little devil that will come after you when you set about changing your life. It will find something which will make you want to quit, something personal to you, and you need to understand that when that happens, it is completely normal, and this is not a negative thing. It is your chance to make the decision whether you're going to push through and achieve what you want to achieve, or if you're going to fold like you've done every single time before and stay stuck in exactly the same place and try again in 3 months' time. When you're in that moment, take a step back, put it into context, and understand this is just a temporary thing. And no matter what, do not fold. Confidence isn't a loud thing. It's actually very quiet. It's something as simple as walking past a mirror and thinking to yourself, I'm actually proud of how I'm moving right now. I'm proud of the things that I'm getting done right now. And that doesn't come from results. That comes from brutal consistency. And consistency only exists when your emotions are not your driving factor, your discipline is. You cannot allow your emotions to make decisions if you want to be a successful person. And once you stop quitting, an amazing shift happens. The momentum compounds. You don't just hit goals, you become someone who actually does not need motivation anymore. And that's what we're aiming for when we set out to do this. You're no longer relying on hype. You've built yourself a rock solid rhythm. And from that rhythm, you get a very real power. Because while other people are thinking about starting again, you're 90 days deep and feeling absolutely unstoppable. And here's the truth for you. If you're still waiting to start, you are never going to feel truly ready. But you don't need ready. You need reps. Day in, day out. Boring, repetitive, unsexy reps. But that's where the magic lives. Because over time, that's what builds belief. That's what builds your belief in yourself. Because the most powerful thing you can do as a young man is to become a man that you can rely on. If you're serious about breaking this cycle, start today. One habit, one wall calendar, 1 month. You have absolutely nothing to lose by giving it one very real shot and pushing through when it gets hard. If you get to the end of that 30 days and you felt like it was a waste of time and you didn't gain anything, fair enough, you do you. But I would absolutely recommend you try it just one time in your life with rock solid discipline, and I promise you, you will feel more powerful than ever before. So comment down below what you're sticking to and we'll hold you to it. We'll be your accountability partners. So I hope you enjoyed this video, boys. I hope you got something out of it. Heaps more content coming your way. Smash like, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.